Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabila Saleh, metric number 285182. In this video, I will give some introduction. All know that management in the organization is important to make possible job to be done more systematically and for each organization's goals to be met successfully. To ensure that the goals in the organization are achieved, 4 things it is planning, organizing, leading, and controlling should be done. In this assignment, our group goals is to establish a food business that sells a variety of local and international foods. It intends to appeal to buyers at all levels. Our group also creates a logo in the organization. It is LNM, which is a summary of local and international words.
Hi everyone, I'm Vishali Kayadasan. My matrix number 285205. Okay, management is a only external for the success of business or any organization, but it's play equally a very important role in organizing social, politically, religions, and any kind of group. Okay, management is the creation and maintenance of an internal environment in an enterprise. In an enterprise where the individual working in a group can perform effectively and efficiently toward the attainment of group goals. Management also got 4 types of process that are planning, controlling, directing, and organizing. Process of directing, coordinating, and influencing the operation of any organization to achieve direct goal and total performance. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Tengku Nurdaini binti Tengku Rosli. My metric number is 285517. So I will explain to you what organization is about. There are a lot of meaning behind organization, but the one that I will let you know what is the actual meaning behind the organization is from Sitchin, based on a book that wrote by Irene Silviani 2020. Sitchin said, organization is activities that have been done by a group of people in order to achieve the goals after distribution of responsibilities and tasks were made. And from here we could understand that a form organization is when there's a thing that needs to be done by more than just a person. And of course, organizations have their own structure, objective, and each of the components are interconnected. There are a few of general characteristics that each of organization have, and one of them is dynamic. An organization is also known as an open system. This is happening because of the economic change. And for sure, every organization needs the source of financial to work on all the activities that have been set up. It's clearly shown that the economic condition is very important to care about, because sooner or later, it will influence the organization itself. The other thing that we can look up to about the organization is their goals or objectives. Believe it or not, all the changes that remain happening nowadays are the biggest challenges to the organizations. That is why everyone who got involved into the organization needs to play their role very well. Also, a normal organization will set their own rules, laws, and hierarchy system, which is known as organization structure. I would like to mention about the organization principles too. There are a few of example of these principles, which are having the supporters or followers, goals, activities, task division, and including the organizational tools. Indeed, the other important thing is organizational principles. Without applying these principles, the organization will not run smoothly and will not able to achieve their goals. In short, all of these components should come and work together so the main purpose of the organization will make the good results at the end.
Hello, my name is Siti Mura binti Abu Razak 285609. I will present about mission, vision and objective of LNI Restaurant. First of all, the vision of LNI Restaurant is to form a well-known organization or company in the food industry around the world that provide various types of food such as traditional food based on racial diversity in Malaysia. Second, our multiracial restaurant can foster and strengthen unity among multiracial community as it offers a wide variety of food regardless of race or ethnicity. Lastly, vision of L&I restaurant will be one of the restaurant that encourages the community to eat regardless of racial difference. The mission of L&I restaurant is to provide 5-star service to increase customer satisfaction by setting affordable price so that people can afford to buy. Other than that, provide employment opportunities to multiracial communities in one organization. So it will create a different work environment, which is a food restaurant whose employees are multiracial. In addition, the mission of restaurant L&I is to have its own uniqueness to attract customers. Lastly, the main objective of L&I restaurant is to be a creative and innovative restaurant in providing product to increase profit to develop this company. In addition, the objective of L&I restaurant is to be one of the driving factor to further strengthen ethnic relation in line with the multiracial Malaysian nation. Finally, the main objective of L&I restaurant is to prioritize customer satisfaction continuously because this restaurant is not only focused on profit but also prioritize customer satisfaction as it will drive success for our business.
There are 4 elements in the management function in this planning: organizing, leading, and controlling. I will explain about planning element. Planning is the managerial role that entails establishing objectives and devising a strategy for accomplishing them. Planning is very important in an organization because it can give awareness to managers about the situation that occurs in the firm and allow it to be overcome. In planning, there are several types, namely strategic planning, tactical planning, and also administrative planning. Next, strategic planning is the plans that will be used for single time, one-time plans. Besides that, standing plans known as multi-use plans. This type of plans are helpful in many situations, and normally they are quite similar. There are 3 types of them: rules, procedures, and policy. Clearly, planning is very important in ensuring that every problem that exists in the firm can be addressed.
The next one is organizing. We can define organizing as a management function that entails creating an organizational structure and directing human resources to guarantee that goals are accomplished. Organizational structure is a formal structure. It demonstrates job responsibilities, position, and clarifies the nature of interpersonal relationship with reporting lines. So this organization chart is diagrammatic presentation based on the organization structure. So here is the example of organization chart for L&I restaurant. Based on L&I restaurant organization chart, you can see from the top we have the owner Nabila, and then the next level below the owner we have senior manager, marketing or customer relationship manager, account clerk, financial account, and kitchen manager. Based on this L&I restaurant organization chart, we can see that chef sit at the lowest level, which is under kitchen manager. This organization chart have 3 different levels, which is top, middle, and the bottom. In this chart, we also can see that the hierarchy system is the prime requirement. It shows who needs to make a report and who needs to arrange all the tasks given and give it to others. Now you can take a look at an arrow on your left side. and you can see the direction is from top to the bottom. It called as delegation of authority. While on your right side, the arrow's direction shows from the bottom to the top, and it called as reporting line. Delegation of authority is about those who are at the highest level is more powerful compared to those who are at the lowest level. Decision making is one of the authority for those who at the highest level. For example, the managers who stay at the middle level need to make sure that every task given should be done by those who at the lower levels. Reporting lines is for those who at the lowest level need to make a report to those who at the highest level. For example, based on this chart, okay, as you can see, chef is at the lowest level, so the chef needs to make a report to kitchen manager. Regarding the accomplishment of the task, they really need to work together since this is a horizontal structure of management.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, my name is Nur Iman Najwa binti Ismail and my metric number is 285194. I'm gonna explain my part, which is leading and controlling. So next is leading. Being a leader is having the ability to persuade and motivate other people to act. The manager of our restaurant will be responsible for managing the organization by making certain that its employees receive the appropriate training in restaurant management at all times. Training in areas such as customer service will be provided as an example of the training that will be provided. Our staff members' expertise on how to provide superior service to our patrons will grow as a result of this. In addition, managers that are able to lead effectively motivate their staff to work diligently to attain the aims and objectives of the firm. Therefore, the management of our restaurant will constantly work to remedy any deficiencies that are discovered in our establishment. For instance, we will listen to each and every complaint that is provided by our guests at our restaurant, and we will do all in our power to ensure their dining experience. In order to be great leaders, managers must also have a track of the individuals that make up their workforce, including their specific belief, personality, and attitude. For instance, research on motivation and theories of motivation assists manager that understand how people might be inspired to execute productive tasks. These studies have been conducted on both individual and group. Communication studies in a similar vein provided instruction to managers on how they might communicate in a way that is both successful and compelling. If employees run into issue at work, managers are available to have a conversation with them and provided assistance in finding solution. So, leadership styles that are most suitable and effective for a given context. These decisions are necessary in order for the organization to function effectively. Lastly is controlling. Maintaining proper control is essential for every successful firm. Because of this, undesirable events are less likely to take place. Therefore, it is necessary for manager to continuously monitor the situation in the restaurant, taking note of the personnel as well as the consumption of inventories of food and other items. Additionally, this may stop people in commercial groups from abusing their position of authority. For instance, in the event that the controls are effective, it is really possible that staff may assist themselves with restaurant needs. The significance of control in the restaurant is in order to guarantee that there is always sufficient supply of the commodities. Monitoring the performance of the regulatory function is necessary in order for it to live up the expectation of performance that have been established by the organization. The process of control consists of 3 steps. First, establishing performance standard based on organization goals. Second, monitoring and comparing actual performance with standard. And third, taking corrective action when it is required. For instance, one of the performance standards may require that the team providing technical help for our customer fix 3 issues every hour. If employees are only able to resolve 3 issues per hour on a constant basis, this may indicate that the benchmark has been set too high. The establishment of performance criteria requires a careful strike of a balance. Managers want to work to be realizable but not too simple. If the standard for problem solving are set at 5 per hour and half of the staff achieve that goal, then those staff members can be recognized for their achievement. On the other hand, staff members who are unable to meet that level of performance can be trained and or other measure can be taken to minimize low performance. Thank you.
Last but not least, in an organization, good management is essential for ensuring that all plans and desired objectives are easily achieved. Indeed, the strategies and skills available in each organization are critical for facilitating interaction with one another. Each organization goal necessitates to use for four resources: capital money, human resource, and raw materials. Efficiency and effectiveness in measurement are required to make use of these four resources. It is obvious that quality managers are required in order to ensure that what is desired in an organization is easily obtained.